marshals, get to your positions, and I'll be leading the cars to the grid momentarily. Alrighty, then you may now follow me into the pits. There is no overtaking. Please do a harmonious start. Please leave some space. Alrighty. So when I call green flags and you get to leave the pits, please make sure to use the entire lap to spread out and give each other space. It is mutually beneficial to have as much space as possible to the cars around you to be safe and fast. So please do not be super hardcore racing. Yeah, if you become visible, you're too far. You're out of the pits. If you Champ Stappen, for example, is too far out. Alrighty. Perfect. We even have a Ram truck. Hell yeah. Alrighty. So then we are going to have green flags at 2 minutes. We have green flags. Please use this lap to spread out, give each other space, don't be crashing into each other. In the pits is fine. You can, or like somewhere where you can see the track. You can drive around in the infield. No restriction, as long as you're off track and you're not a danger to any cars, or you become a danger to any cars. Right, use this time please to spread out. I see all of you still extremely close together in the last sector, and I don't want you to just pile up in the last few corners, so please give each other some space to the car in front. Right, watch out after at the uphill, everybody's very slow, which is good, but yeah. Alrighty, and with that, a very welcome to all the viewers in the YouTube live stream. Welcome to Formula 5 F1 Round 2 at the very technical, very beautiful Malaysian Grand Prix, the Mariana circuit. It is a very, very high skill, very technical circuit that has caused a lot of controversy. Especially now with R7, the Haas driver, really stirring up conversation last second, getting a lap time almost 1 second better than anybody with a controversial braking technique that might be smooth braking, but it might not be smooth braking. So you know, there's some investigating to be done. And if you are close or in the contention for pole, please clip your fast lap. I assume you have Delta open, so you see which laps are fast. Please clip them and be ready to provide them later. I'm not sure what you mean, Jordy. This track no, there's no restrictions. This track, really technical with a lot of very tight corners. There's a lot of time to be gained and lost in them. We pick up here with Hey Houdini on a fast lap, I assume, going through the chicane. This is taken flat in the junior formulas. In F1, they do lift a little with that bit of a more understeery car. So there is also much more curse gain throughout the lap on this track, hence why R7 has been at the center of controversy. The hairpin on this track, also a very special addition inspired by the Hockenheimring and the Legion Square cocaine chicane. It has the prop that is like kind of like wood, and it makes everything much more slippery. So this is an addition that we are excited about, and it's proven to be a great overtaking ground, especially with the S's leading into it. A lot of dive bombs, and you just have to be so early on the brakes despite that, because it really slips away from you. Alright, we'll watch R7 here, but they're queuing up very much. R7 probably on a fast lap. Let's see if he curse boosts. That does look like a curse boost. No, there he goes. Now he's on a fast lap. Possible pole contention here. Let's follow him through the lap into the first braking zone, the double hairpin. Then down the quick straight into the S's, the bush chicane. Takes a very tight. Oh no! Does not take a very tight line. Actually runs very wide there and abandons the lap. Unfortunate for the Haas driver there. His teammate Nandon just ahead of him now. And the McLarens of Kaiser and Fancy ahead, or rather the Ferraris. Wait, where did Kaiser go? Okay. Kaiser, F1 World Drivers Champion, returning for a future race. We're very excited to see him back on the grid. If I can find him right now on the... There he goes, just through the last sector now. I want to follow him on a fast lap. Keyboard World Champion, really, really loved member of the community. Excited to see him here tonight. Especially on a track like this, where I'm sure he can excel. Going on a lap now that I can't tell is a fast lap or not. But we are going to follow him. He does take those double hairpins very nicely. Slight lag, but he does not go off track. Here also a lot of lag now from him, unfortunately, but the kind of doesn't do his lines justice, but absolutely flying through these corners at the moment. Really clinical. Hits that apex nicely through the U-turn into the S's, and then the heavy braking zone. A lot of cars ahead of him. Let's hope they get out of the way for him to finish his lap here. But they do look just far enough ahead. And up the slope now into the last few corners, the 135s that are not really 135s. He's gonna catch sticks here, I think, but he does then... Oh, does he not boost? He doesn't appear to be boosting. And now he's boosting. Alrighty. Lot of teleporting. His teammate Fancy just waiting ahead, and Nandon off track there, looking to re-enter safely. Very nice. So Kaiser now, they're definitely on a fast lap. Was just warming his tires, and he barely makes it around that corner. And then again, the lag really makes this look a lot less impressive than it is. But his lines through there, you can tell by the amount of speed he's able to retain. His lines are just so clean. Really, really good driving. From all of these drivers, honestly, their lines are very, very, very similar. Minor differences, but you know, that's all you need. And everybody wants their shot at pole position. The first three already having finished here in Malaysia, with Acid now going over the line, very much complaining about his qualifying. Maybe that was just not the Red Bull drivers qualifying. The two McLarens over the line now with Mr. Tino just on the off track rather. R7 finishing in 12th. Very excited to see his time. R7, I hope you have that lap recorded. That'd be very nice. Alright, make sure to clip your lap. Awesome. Is it a good one? Fuck yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, fair. I assume it's pole by a country mile. Oh, I need to get screenshots. but it's only a warning. Oh shit, no, never mind. I'll add it, but it wouldn't matter timing-wise, so I'll add it in the spreadsheet, but I won't repost it. Yeah, but if he gets 0.1 more because of one track limit, then it's 8.2. It closes is at 8.5, so it doesn't matter. Either way. But it would if we applied it, or if we applied it in a different order, but I don't think the spreadsheet does that. I'm gonna put it. Oh my god, he loses another position. Who knew? Yes. Well, I mean, it was just really controversial. Um, Alright. Then let me do the calculation real quick. A 108 to 11. 38 laps. One second, I'm setting up the laps and then I'm gonna send invites. So 38 laps. Alright. Everybody who was in the last job has a phone invite, and then I'm also sending out one round of social club invites. Please invite other people if you can, and then I'll make sure that everything else is in order. So I'm inviting everybody now. Please check your phone and your social club for the invite. All right. Houdini, you're not muted. Alright, is everybody in? Anybody else need an invite? Please say your name. Alright, everybody's in the lobby? Alright, my marshals are also here. Perfect. Then we are launching the lobby. Make sure everybody has the right car. And marshals, please get the DR1 again if possible, but it doesn't really matter honestly. Alrighty. And Tim, this time I'm taking the right car. Alrighty. So I'm gonna be... Alrighty. Perfect. I'm going to be calling out the grid. Please make sure that the person called before you goes ahead of you so you don't unnecessarily pull out or cause any crashes. And I have the wrong starting order open. There we go. Okay. Alright, so Crispy. 2 C's. Fowzey. Brooder. R7. Acid. Fancy. Vorant. Champstappen. Versatile. Lucas. Pancho. Jones. Kaiser. Tyler. Flicky. Nandon. Styx. And Hey Houdini. Alright, very nice. Oh, keep some distance, please. I have slight frame issues, so please keep some distance to the safety car. Sorry, Crispy, for brake checking you. Yeah. Then make sure that Nan keeps some distance to Flicky. Light and Hinex, you're the primary safety cars. The next if you want to. Pole position is on the left side. Please line up on the grid. Tino Ram Truck is perfect. And then Light if you want to be SC, perfect. And Thynex if you want to also be SC, cool. Perfect. If you don't, then just sit wherever you want to. Make sure your Delta is running and everything is in order. Alrighty, 1 second. Alrighty, all cars are on the grid. Then we also have a medical car. Please keep it clean into turn 1. The zigzags are deadly, and this time I hope I won't miss any crashes, so I will be calling safety cars. We have green flags, that means comms and call, comms and chat. We have 1 light. We have 2 lights. We have 3 lights. We have 4 lights. And we have 5 lights. We have lights out and away we go. Alright, please keep it clean. Yeah, I see it. Keeping it clean so far. All cars relatively on track. Oh! Oh, yeah, there's a safety car. Safety car. We have a safety car. No more overtake. Safety car. Please keep a distance. Full safety car. Pan show. Acid is requesting that position back. If you don't want to give it back, don't, and then clip it and send it. Alright. Alright, safety car, go as fast as you can. Does anybody have any damage? I see no cars in the pits. Alright, so we're gonna have safety car in this lap. The safety car will drive off track before the last corner, and then the leader starts controlling the pace to back up the pack. So let the safety car pull away. Watch out that you're not brake checking each other. Alright. And green flags. No curse for 1 lap, no overtaking before the line.
Peffz, just by the way, quickly, the volume on the stream is quite low.
Low?
Yeah, like the mic volume.
I just turned my mic up.
I'll stay in cool, I'll see if it goes up on the stream because of the delay.
Easy. I can, yeah, okay. Alrighty, I'll speak a bit louder for the stream then. I hope my microphone doesn't just die. Welcome to the race here in Malaysia at the Mariana Grand Prix. Currently, the safety car has already come out, and there's still a lot of cars very much battling for position. Curse is enabled on the next lap, so the fact that cars are already getting quite dicey is really cool to see. Acid cutting the corner a little bit, but giving back that advantage. That was very obvious there, and I need to fly much higher than this. Alright, you may use curse when you cross the line. Oh, and there's a crash in the back. Acid complaining. Oh yeah, and he has lost a few positions. So over the line again now. Curse very much enabled. These cars speeding through, and as who is that? MM7 in the Alpine, I think, goes down the inside on Lucas. Keeping it clean in the back. Oh, a lot. Oh, and there's 1 car. Please re-enter safely. Oh, that was barely safely. Oh, and there. Okay, everything's moving again. Wait, where are you? Just respawn. Just respawn. I did not. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. By the time I looked, everyone was on track, moving forward, fully on track and moving forward. And pointed in the right direction. Alright, this track very much a track susceptible to lag between players. Gets very difficult here with all these tight turns and corners, especially with the host also streaming. Currently we have Fowzey and Crispy leading the race away in the Mercedes, followed very closely by 2Cs. who has lost position from second. Crispy going from pole to second, and Fowzey making up 2 places to take the lead of the race. Behind Tusi's R7 very much in the hunt to get his first place back, having pole initially, but getting a 3-place grid drop for smooth braking and evidence of smooth braking exceeding the allowed warnings. Now again very much in the hunt in the Haas behind the Williams. Haas chasing down a Williams, not a sight that's unfamiliar. However, here it is very much a battle for the lead. These 2 drivers very skilled in their craft and really fast, as R7 closes up to Tusi's and actually puts it down the inside. He does send it down the inside into the first braking zone. The 2 make slight contact, I think, but Tusi's manages to keep it around the outside. Now boosts past to fully reclaim that position into the bush chicane, but all the time they're fighting. Fancy is going to be closing up now, a little bit of distance again. Tusi says build to R7, but really tight racing there. Now R7 boosts back up. Meanwhile, Fowzey is running away with it with a comfortable lead. Crispy very much also with his own gap, but Tusi's and R7 and Fancy are not far behind, so Crispy's going to have to get a move on here. Champ Staffen in the Red Bull. R7, a lap request from Williams, please. R7, please clip your last lap. The next, when you cross the finish line time around, please clip your lap. Or whenever I say clip it. That's probably the safest bet. Alright, so lap requests already being pulled because drivers really want to get the edge over each other any way they can. And you know, if you catch somebody breaking the rules, then you catch somebody breaking the rules. There's no shame in that. Coming into the 3rd sector. This isn't really the 3rd sector. I think the 3rd sector starts kind of on the straight here. So coming into going through the 2nd sector. This is the 3rd sector. Nice. Get myself nicely positioned here. Over the out of the hairpin, we have Fowzey, Crispy, Tusi's, R7, then Fancy, Champ Stappen in 6th, Voren and Pancho fighting over 7th and 8th place, Acid in 9th, and Tyler closing out the top 10. Monkman in 11th with his teammate Styx not far behind at 13th. The 2 Ferraris not, you know, Jones is defending champion, Ferrari is defending constructors champion, but they're not having such a great time here today on this very difficult track. At the front, it now looks a little more closed up as Fowzey seems to have lost some time to Crispy, or rather Crispy has gained some time on Fowzey. R7 and Tusi still fighting over 3rd and 4th, but Crispy is might be looking to challenge Fowzey for 1st place here. He's really picked up the pace, really showing what he's made of and impressing. Oh, that's my overlay. I don't want that. And then now the race seems to have quieted down a little bit. There don't seem to be as many cars together anymore, especially not in a way that I could keep a clear overview. In the back here, there are some battles going on. And that means that I am going to take some time. And actually, I have to turn off the stream for 1 second. This, perfect. And here we go. Monkman, there's reports of you lagging, and to the team reporting those lags, make sure that you just keep a little bit of distance and don't go for lag-friendly moves. Alright, we are in the POV of R7 in the Haas, chasing down the Williams of Tusi. He's inching ever closer. There is some lag, but we are able to follow the battle quite closely here. Going onto the start-finish straight now. Both of them, I think, use Curse Boost. Now they definitely do. And Tusi actually gains some time on R7, but R7 is very much in the hunt. You can see the two Mercedeses out front. They are not far behind. R7 sending it through the double hairpin, but Tusi's with his mouse steering is going to be slightly advantaged there. And R7 boosts on this straight, which I don't think Tusi's did. He's saving that curse for the back straight, and Tusi's just able to take these corners so much faster because his mouse steering allows his car to turn quicker. And look at the time he gains. R7 might get it back with slight smooth braking, if that should be the case. But Tusi's just running away from him. Look at that! Look at that Williams go! Really, really, really good driving here. Really impressive. Let's see who else we have further down the grid. Let's see if there's any close cars together. This seems to be a bit of a train here, with Styx at the in the back. So we'll get Styx POV here. Oh, but R7 is really close to Tusi's now and almost gets the move done. And there's Crispy just ahead in the Mercedes. Never mind, we're gonna follow this battle for a little longer. I'm sorry. Wow. You can see the Mercedes is inching ever closer, and R7 now really going for it through these corners. He does boost. This time, Tusi's does have to use a bit of his curse just to keep R7 from being able to send it around the outside and make his line worse. But here again, you just see that gap being pulled, and that's some Mercedes team orders, I believe. We see Fowzey giving the position to Crispy. Crispy clearly having more pace over Fowzey at this stage of the race. Maybe different tire strategy, but that is very much team orders there. Now Fowzey has to defend from Tusi's, who is very much hot on his heels. Fowzey's going to have to put in that pace himself, especially if his teammate just overtook him. These two can't be far behind, being absolutely super fast drivers. Further behind, I'm sure there's some great battles going on. Yes, there are. We see this enormous queue of drivers still being led behind by Styx, but Monk and Lucas, I think, are in a close battle here. Not as close as this, though. Ooh, and Fancy almost sends around on Champ Stappen. As these two go into the first braking zone again, we see that gap. Now, getting ever closer, Tusi has to use much more curse this time around. So lap by lap, R7 and Tusi's goes off track. That is that position gained for the Haas driver. Tusi's just behind now. Oh, but very close. Both having to use curse on the straight. We'll go out of first person for this one, but really, really good overtake there. Tusi's making a mistake. R7 keeping on the pressure, and Tusi's getting caught off guard. The hunt is back on for the Williams driver, who's not looking to give up this position, but that's a lot more boost for the Haas out of that hairpin. Tusi's now much further behind, over a full second, I believe, if my timing isn't totally off. But yeah, I'm literally not flying, I'm spectating someone. I'm like on a bridge. I'm not flying around. I can go into the middle of the track though. Where? In like the under the yeah, okay. I'm in the middle of the track now. That should be better. Hey Tino, please don't crash me. Like, do not touch me. Don't even come close to me. Alright, we are gonna go back, this time spectating Monkman, as there has not been a development further up. Monkman chasing down Lucas. These two championship rivals last season seem to be a little bit out of their game at this time. Currently running all the way down, out of the points in 11th and 12th. Not where you would expect these two. Good water. All right. We have MM7 also. 2Cs, clip that please. Whatever happened, please clip that. So that's a lap request for 2Cs. Minute 19. 2Cs, please clip that. Quote. Right. Let's go. Let's pick up with R7 again. Still. Oh, wait. Now, in 4th, with a huge gap to 2Cs, with Champ Stappen in the Red Bull just behind him. Something happened here. Unfortunately, we missed it. But, like, huge upset here. I'm sorry that I immediately went away from MM7's POV again. But R7 is now defending for his life from Champ Stappen, who has made up positions going from 9th up to 5th at the moment. And he's really closing in on the Haas there. Let's see how this looks after Curse. So both of them boosting. Champ Stappen looks like he has just a little more, but not much. Nothing. Oh, and I think that was a bit of braking there from R7 to get a bit of extra Curse. Champ Stappen with such a clean line through here. Both boost. R7 actually does go to the inside to defend. Compromises his line a little bit, but not enough for Champ Stappen to make a move. Oh, and he does go really wide there. Champ Stappen still behind him, and he does look to be slowly catching 2Cs, but not very fast. Both of these drivers really in the hunt for that 3rd place now. Up ahead, 2Cs is growing ever closer to Crispy, and that means Fowzey has pit and is down in 10th place at the moment. Let's see if we can see him on the map. Oh, now I want MM7's POV. Oh, and he's just out of the battle. So unfortunate. That's, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ditch MM7 again. Where the fuck is? There he is. Oh. Oopsie. Whatever. Alright, so, oh, and this is a huge battle. Fowzey with Lucas and Monkman, the 3 titans of Formula 1. Oh, and Fowzey just sandwiched. On fresher tires, though, is really going to want to get past these cars as quickly as possible. And that is Lucas Simp not into the pits. None of these cars are pitting, so Fowzey has his work cut out for him. He really is going to be wanting to overtake cars quickly with his superior pace through the corners and then make his way back up the order, gain as much time as possible so that by the time the other guys pit, the undercut has worked. Monkman though closing very closing up way close to the Mercedes, but Fowzey also making inroads on Lucas as Monkman drops back just a little bit. Fowzey really is on Lucas's rear bumper right now. They're spoiler to spoiler, and through the last few corners here, I expect Fowzey to have an easy tire advantage, but he doesn't look like he's making the most of it necessarily. And now a little further behind. I'm gonna turn here. I think I don't have to have the thing permanently. If I just turn myself like this, very carefully. This is a very fragile machine. Alright, and then we are gonna check who is in battles. I'm still gonna follow that battle, honestly, because that was just too good. They are still close together. The Aston Martin, the Mercedes, and the Ferrari. Monkman actually going for an overtake on the back straight. Fowzey gonna be saving that curse. But for the moment, Monkman does have that position. And he does look to be boosting here. I think Fowzey really is saving a lot of this curse for the back straight or right here. and he does actually put one down the inside on Monkman, not getting a very good exit corner, and he is fully ahead, so he didn't even need to use all of his curse, and he is fully ahead of Monkman now, getting that move done. Oh, but he crashes, and that's Fowzey! Crashed! Yellow flags last corner, or last corners. Alright, green flags last sector. And that's a huge crash from Fowzey, from first or second place in this race, pitting all the way down now to 13th. This pit stop has not worked out well for him. Got into traffic, and that really hurt him. Out ahead, his teammate Crispy has to be on a similar tire strategy, or he is just making those tires last forever. So I wonder when he'll be coming in. Let's see if his lines reveal anything. We'll spectate him here. And he is very much in a comfortable lead at the moment. R7 looks to be way at the back of the pack, also having must have pitted. Way down in 17th right now, with his teammate Nandon just ahead of him. Crispy does see the Williams of 2Cs in his rear mirrors though, and that's 2C. He's gaining a huge amount on that main straight. I wonder if Crispy just didn't have any curse. That was so much gain. And now he boosts into the bush chicane, but 2C is really looking closer than before. Oh, kind of didn't... Nah, looks closer than before, I would say so. Very... just insane racing here. Who is that behind? Just behind them. That is Champ Stappen. So these are the guys who haven't pitted yet. R7 and Fowzey both have been pitted, but the race for Fowzey not really going his way at the moment. We'll pick up with Monkman, also in the pits right now. Perfect timing. So we'll go back to MM7. Oh, no, that's Nandon. Oopsie. MM7. There we go. Currently on his own. Nothing happening in his POV. He is in 9th place, running well in the points in the Alpine. And... oh, wait, is this the Alpine? Yes, this is the Alpine. And just kind of chilling. Alright, I hope that Skillmax is satisfied with this just pure gold of entertainment. And then we'll pick up with R7, who is still down in 14th place, having made up some positions now actually. His teammate probably let him by, and then Hey Houdini is just behind that. And now he's gonna be looking to get some positions back, having pitted also similarly like Fowzey from the lead, but he's way worse off. So maybe Fowzey wasn't that... maybe it wasn't such a stupid move from Fowzey to pit into traffic, because it seems like R7 definitely got the worst end of the stick. Closing up to Warrant now, sticks in the Ferrari ahead just into the pits as his teammate pitted the lap before. Tyler in the Alfa Romeo just leaving the pits now. So it's going to be on fresher tires, but Warrant versatile... Huh? That makes no... okay, now, there, okay. So Tyler, Warrant, and R7 all... sorry, start over. Warrant and R7 now hunting down Tyler. Looking to gain some positions, but the fresher tires are probably going to come in clutch for the Alpha. We see the Williams of... oh. Okay, the Williams of Hey Houdini has fallen significantly behind now. Up ahead, a slight queue here is forming though, going from Fowzey in 7th all the way down to Nandon in 12th. So 5 cars very close together here. We'll check on the map for... oh, and that's a very close... 2Cs and Champ Stappen. I want to see that. Where's 2Cs? 2Cs, 2Cs, 2Cs. There. Alright, so... oh, and he just got crashed. No, never mind. There he is. Alright, so 2Cs in the Williams fighting with the Red Bull off Champ Stappen through the S's into the hairpin. Champ Stappen very much closing up to the Williams now. Maybe those tires are starting to age a little bit, and that is Champ Stappen round the outside and gives him the worst line, but he backs out of that corner. Smart move, actually hits the wall, it looks like, and drops back for the moment. The Red Bull very much in the hunt though. He's tasted blood and he does want that position. He knows 2Cs is vulnerable, And if he can make that move once, he can make it again. Tusi just needs to defend like a lion, and we all, or some people may know that Tusis is a relatively controversial defender, as there are sometimes collisions. So it's gonna be very interesting to see this turn out. You know, R7, and he's also having a crash earlier, so I assume that is no different for this race than any other. Champ Stappen. Oh, and that's Crispy into first place. I don't know why, but Champ Stappen is now joined by Fancy, who also wants that position, and while they're battling, Tusis has the opportunity to pull away again. R7 back up to 9th place now, and Fowzey in 5th, with the cars ahead of him, all except Fancy still having to pit. So Fancy going long. Fancy just came out of the pits. You can see where Fancy is coming through the section with us right now, and Fowzey an entire straight and 2, 3, 4 corners behind. Bruder lap request, minute 29:30, please. Bruder, please clip that, minute 29:30. Really losing out there by pitting early after all, so Fancy doing it exactly right. R7, please clip your last lap. That's R7, minute 29:50. R7 lap request, please clip that last lap. Thank you. Champ Stappen seems to have the position over Fancy for the moment, and is looking for Tusi. Is it raining? That looked like rain for a second. Does it? No, it doesn't look like rain, but you know, the weather in GTA can change. I'm going to check. Open my browser, sorry for that. There is absolutely no rain forecast, so never mind that. Oh, the stream is still super laggy. The stream is... There we go, now the stream is caught back up. Alright, perfect. Slight technical issues as always. If anybody wants to buy me a Ryzen 5600X or 5600X, that'd be wonderful. It would fit right in. I can offer a 3100X in return. No, just 3100. If you want higher quality streams, just spend 200 euros on Peffz, please. My PayPal will be... DM me for my PayPal. Anyways, the battle here growing ever closer. Champ Stappen very much catching Tusis, looking to make a move in the same place he made a move a few laps ago, but being wiser this time and backing out early to not lose as much time. Fancy also chasing them down on fresher tires, so is going to be losing slightly in the on the straights, but will be gaining massively in the corners. There we see that gap growing on the straight as the cars with older tires boost ahead. Tusi is also having a little more curse, and never mind, Fancy just saved his curse and is very close to Champ Stappen now. Tusi is the one with the little bit of a gap, but there goes Champ Stappen boosting right back up to his rear. Oh, and Tusi's goes wide. Upset, fumble. Tusi's now on the outside, but has to concede that position to Fancy. Really close, but isn't going to get it back. Tusi's goes wide in a different corner than we saw him go wide earlier, and he loses out positions. Huge mistake. Oh, and he does cut that corner actually kind of a lot. Tusi's, can you please clip that? That's minute 32:50. Tusi's, please clip that. That's from the FIA. So I think he did cut the corner there. I have to write that down somewhere. Oh shit. No. Minimize GTA. Bad. Oh, there's gonna be hella lag spikes for everybody. I'm so sorry. Okay. Is there a Discord overlay? No? Okay, shit. Can somebody in chat DM me 2C's 32 or 33. Can somebody please in chat DM me 2C's 33? Or I can probably get Jordy to do it actually, or Tino. Could a Marshall DM me 2C's 33? Thank you. Because I will not remember that later. Awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Phoenix. Alrighty. Oh, and that's a we have a car disconnected. Can I get a confirmed location on that car? Oh, I didn't read that. Alright. Alright, so we did have Kaiser unfortunately disconnecting, and there he is in the pits. That is oh, beautiful actually in the pit box. Really unfortunate for the Brazilian driver here tonight that he couldn't make it, that it just didn't work out for him. Really upsetting to see somebody come back for a race and then it doesn't work out, but we very much appreciate Kaiser being here. It was really nice to have you, to see you on the grid again. I hope that, oh, your uni stuff no, okay, that your uni stuff works out and that we maybe see you again on the grid one day. Right, so who is heading this? I think it's Acid, so we're gonna go with Acid. He is at least in that mix. A multiple car battle. Yes, here we are. This is currently over 5th place, still being led. Fowzey, oh, never mind, I have a lap. 2C's, minute 35 lap request, please. 2C's, please clip your last lap. That's minute 35, 2C's. Thank you. Alright, so Fowzey, after his poor pit stop, now down in 5th place, running behind the front pack. Crispy with a huge lead over 2C's Champ Stappen and Fancy not far behind. And then Fowzey also with a sizable gap, having fought through traffic after his pit stop. But Acid now hot on his heels. Actually almost passed him side by side. They go through the zigzags, but Acid just backs out there. Looking to make a move on the Mercedes anytime now. Tries to get closer through the double hairpin. And does look to be using Curse to try and go down the inside, but they both fully boost. So no opportunity for the Red Bull there. Going into the through the second sector at the moment. Oh, and that looks like a bit of a wide line. Never mind, that was not a wide line. That was a perfect line from Acid. Following the Mercedes, of course. No turbulent air here, but the car in front will be distracting. And now he has fallen back a little bit. I wonder whether that's different Curse usage or making a slight mistake. But he does look to be driving really, really well right now, and he does boost out of the hairpin into the last sector now. Bruder, please clip your last lap. Bruder, please clip your last lap. That's minute 37, Bruder. Alright, so a little bit of netcode there, and oh yeah, no, I won't spike, don't worry. But a little bit of boating there with what is it called? I think net sync spoof or something, where you have like wrong rotation or net sync issues. But anyways, Acid running behind the Mercedes still, not being able to pressure Fowzey into making a mistake, but very much in the hunt into the... I wonder whether these tires signify... No, they don't, because then it'd be more than 3 sectors. Through this hairpin, Fowzey is a lot stronger, but Acid able to keep up with that boost. That's very much helping him. If you want to join our racing, by the way, follow the link in the description, discord.gg/Formula5. We have Formula 1 racing that you're watching right now. Formula 2, 3, Junior Formula, and that's Acid boosting past Fowzey for the moment. The Mercedes just behind now, going through the zigzags, and he looks like he might make a move. And he tries it, but he's just not close enough. Acid actually going for it, and then Fowzey now on the outside forces Acid to take a tighter line, and goes, almost goes down the inside. But for now, Acid has defended this successfully. What I wanted to say, we have kart racing, IndyCar, Super Formula, Super GT, MotoGP, and even Dune racing. So if you want to sign up for any of that, please proceed to the server and then get your roles in driver sign up. Dune Racing, a new division of Formula 5 where you race in stock dunes. It sounds insane, and it is. Yeah, okay. And Acid being requested to clip his lap after overtaking Fowzey, but Fowzey still close behind. R7, Acid hears that, that's fine. Yeah, Acid can hear you, so I just didn't respond, but yeah, confirmed. And while they're battling, R7 is not far behind, just behind Tyler now actually. I wonder if I can get that POV quickly. If I find him there. So R7 having closed all the way up to Tyler, going through the bush chicane now. That Alfa Romeo very much in his sights, and he does make a move around the outside, forces Tyler to use his curse. But Tyler actually goes wide. He forced him into a mistake. He forced him to defend. He pressured him, and then Tyler just couldn't keep up. Really, really good strategic driving from R7 there. Going into the hairpin fully ahead of Tyler with probably little chance of him getting that position back. R7, initial pole sitter before penalties. Really in the hunt here, sees now Pancho in the Alpha Tauri ahead of him. Is going to be looking for that position, but Pancho himself has closed up to Fowzey and is going to be looking to make his an impression of his own. Let's see if we can also, get that POV. Pancho just above, nice. So Pancho sees the Mercedes and the Red Bull ahead of him, but the Haas and Alfa Romeo behind him. In the Alpha Tauri right now, closes up to Fowzey a lot in that section, just taking a much better line. Fowzey struggling a little bit for pace right now, and Pancho boosts past him. Fowzey uses curse to defend and breaks early and a lot through this corner, and that allows Pancho to close right back up now, really close to the Mercedes. He's gonna use curse down the straight, but so is Fowzey, looking to not lose position here, really wants to defend that, and I think Pancho goes a little wide for comfort there. As Fowzey boosts on this back straight, so does Pancho. Strategic curse usage, not strategic curse saving, not so much. They're looking to copy each other in terms of usage in order to keep up. Into the last corner now goes Acid, still ahead with Fowzey in the Mercedes, looking to almost defend, looking closer to having to defend from Pancho than attacking Acid again. After starting third, was in the lead for a while, now having dropped back a little bit again, down in sixth and unable to really make any inroads. Pancho again forces Fowzey to use curse in order to defend. This time takes about a similar line through the bush chicane, but Champ Stappen, lap request, please. Minute 42, Champ Stappen lap request. And unfortunate there that I couldn't say it, but that was a beautiful overtake by Pancho on Fowzey. And now R7 is, all over the back of the Mercedes. Pancho now almost holding up Fowzey, and that's going to force him further back. Fowzey really desperate to get past again, otherwise he's going to be very vulnerable to R7, and he does make the move down the inside, actually forces Pancho to back off, and then is ahead into the last corner, and probably has a lot of curse because he had to brake a lot. R7 now goes past the Alpha Tauri. Chris P. Bacon, Mr. Chris P. Bacon, lap request please, minute 43, Chris P. Bacon. 1 second. Oh, and that is Fowzey into the pits again. Lap 33, I think they just said. So if it's lap 33, then that's a very late pit stop. Fowzey, not with the best tire strategy. He's gonna come out so far back. Still going through the pits now, I think. I don't see him out yet. Or is he? I see Bruder. I don't see Fowzey at all. I have no idea where Fowzey is. Anyways, R7 overtaking Pancho, looking comfortably ahead now. But Pancho now having to look out for Tyler. Fowzey all the way down in 15th. That is insane. Fowzey really messing up his tire strategy. In the closing laps of this race, Boulder and Pancho going past R7. R7 really slow on the straight, and throughout this the zigzags as well. Something must have happened with the Haas there, because that did not look planned, and he's losing a lot of ground. R7, you seem to be going slowly. Is there a particular reason? Oh. Alright, never mind. Alright, so R7 also pits. Now this makes it interesting. Fowzey pits again. Does that... R7 also pits again. Does that mean that a few more people here in this race are yet to pit? So we look at Crispy. Oh, no, not that. This one. He is miles ahead right now. I'm pretty sure he could do a pit stop and just be, like, still be chill in P1. So never mind that. Then next up is Champ Stappen. Further behind, but also does not go for another pit stop. We can watch Tusi's here, and he also does not. So the top four seem to be going comfortably, and if they were to pit, they would only drop out of the top, like they would only lose position down to Tusi's. Wait, what? Oh, the top three, sorry. The top three have such a lead that any one of them could pit, and they would remain in on the podium. Further behind, though, it is looking much closer. I'm gonna pick up with Fowzey, who was the first of the surprise pitters here. Oh. So Fowzey, ahead of R7, and actually ahead of a few cars, in 13th right now. Behind him, Bruder and Warren. Bruder on the podium in the last race. A really strong showing from him. Struggling this time around. Much more than anticipated. Fowzey as well, just with the poor tire strategy, really not doing him any. It's really unfortunate for the Merc driver who started in third and looked to be winning this race at some stage. Crispy, however, has absolutely dominated this race and definitely has the right tire strategy. Still running out in front, comfortably leading. So do Tusi's and Champ Stappen. Fancy just a little behind, but Fancy also. Wait, let me investigate. It's Fancy. There we go. So yeah, Fancy very much on his own, leading away Acid, but with a healthy gap to the Red Bull at the moment. In the beautiful, completely fucked up McLaren. Oh, behind there is a battle between Tyler and Pancho still. Those two getting really close, but also not really making any inroads at this stage, unfortunately. Let me just make sure I don't get kicked here. Nandan and Lucas, please be careful. You're lagging for each other, probably. Can I get a lap check from the leaders, by the way? What lap are we on? Oh shit, okay. Thank you. Alright, so we are on the final lap as Crispy comes into the final sector here shortly. So for the last part of this race, we are going to follow them in the helicopter. No blue flags this race, which is surprising. Crispy is baking in the Mercedes after doing really just after Rome not being his race. Oh, never mind, there are blue flags. I lied. After Rome just not being his race, has driven phenomenally. absolute dominance from the Mercedes driver. He boosts down the final, start-finish straight one last time and crosses in first place. Huge, huge lead. 2 seconds. Champ Stappen and third. 2Cs closing out the podium. Alright, we have our first finishers. Congrats to Crispy. Please, the top 3 stay in the call. I want to interview you afterwards if you can. Oh, and we have a car disconnected. I'm not going to call a safety car, but there's a car disconnected. Can I get confirmed location on that anyways? Sorry that the end here is a... Alright, thank you. It is in the pits, R7 retiring unfortunately, and me not being able to call the top 10. But those are our finishers. So Crispy is Bacon in the Mercedes, winning in Malaysia. Champ Stappen in the Red Bull, taking second, and 2Cs for Williams in third place. Then comes Fancy in the McLaren Acid. Really good points for Red Bull here today. Pancho in the Alpha Tauri, making the Red Bull Academy proud. Tyler in the Alfa Romeo. Monkman Jones in the Ferrari. MM7, I think, also in the Haas maybe. And then I couldn't get to read, but that was wonderful racing, and we'll be right back with driver interviews. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. 1 second. We're gonna have Champ Stappen and Crispy, and where is he? 2Cs. Alrighty.
I am so happy with this race. Oh
I can't wait to hear all about it in 1 second. Alrighty.
Champ, what did you do with Fancy though? Oh my god.
My GTA just...
Lap request. What?
For some reason.
Got so many, and I only got one, and I was leading the whole.
All right, so.
One lap check. You guys are getting thousands.
Yo, sorry, Peffz, but.
All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with first place. The first place finisher here, Crispy. After not doing so hot in Rome, you have redeemed yourself today. I think we can say that for sure. You drove a mighty race. What was your strategy? How did you feel? Walk us through it. Did you not hear me? Crispy. Huh? Am I not talking? Oh. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. You like I asked you a question and like then you didn't say anything, so I assume you couldn't hear me. Um, all right, Crispy, you didn't do so well in Rome, but you drove phenomenally here today. Just dominating that race. I believe you can tank quite some penalties before you lose that victory. How do you feel? What was your strategy? Walk us through it.
Well, I went for the basic ass bitch shit. So hards to hards, they normally last 20-20 and it's 38 laps. I was already sliding around on the last turn of the race. I lost some seconds. Hopefully, I don't get a smooth braking penalty. But main thing that helped me was R7. His clip really, like his fast lap really helped. At least the people I know. Me and Fowzey, my teammate, it really helped us. It's a bummer that Fowzey got crashed out after he had his pit stop. He was also on not the right pit. He was trying to go triple mediums, didn't work out. Hearts to hearts was the optimal. How do you say this? Tire strategy, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching Fowzey's race, and he just seemed to not really get the strategy right, having bad luck with crashes. I saw him get punted off a few times, I think, and just really, really rough race for him. But still amazing points for the team, and really, really strong driving from both of you. Then Champ Stappen, thank you so much for just joining the league in general, and I'm happy to see you up on the podium for the first time ever. How was your race? How did you feel? How was your experience and your strategy?
My strategy was again one hard. It's pretty obvious strategy for me. I had a pretty bad start. I fell down to like 11th or 12th or something, and then that big human drag incident happened. So I gained a few of the places back. From there on, there's a few little lucky battles which I managed to scrape through, and then just had good pace to end up in second.
Strong showing, and just really, really, really good driving, especially for somebody who's relatively new to our F1 racing. So really, really cool. Glad to see you, and really great race.
Yeah, thank you.
Then we have 2Cs for Williams. 2Cs, I think I saw your mouse steering coming in clutch at some points. You were defending so well from R7 throughout most of the race. I assume that you were also on hearts, but walk us
Yes.
through your race, and especially the you had with R7. That was insane to watch.
Well, I used curse at like the straight, and R7 really tried to just spread it out over the lap, and in the hair I just gain a little time on him, so I could just juice all the curse down the straight and defend from him really well. And yeah, and then I think he overtook me with the curse, and then we came into the third corner, and I was alongside and he touched him, so I think it was a lag incident, but he just spun out or something, which was really unfortunate. But yeah, I think in general, I had a really good pace, and it was a really good, yeah, really good race.
Yeah, really, like just really see like your battles always on tracks. Sometimes they're a little controversial, but there definitely was a lot of good racing in there. And just really happy how this race turned out. Great result for all three of you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for racing, and thank you so much for the post-race interview. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you guys next week for round 3. And the best of luck until then and in that race. Have a wonderful evening. Bye bye. Oh, I need to unserver mute you. Shit, wait. Okay.
Are you done with the stream?
Yes. All right. So, thank you again to all the wonderful drivers, and thank you to everybody watching in the stream. I'm gonna pull up the results a little bigger here. So Mercedes taking victory in Malaysia. Thank you everybody watching in the stream. Thank you for sticking with it, and we will see you in a few days on Friday. Yeah, for Formula 3 Round 3 on Legion Square. A Monaco, but more straight and like way more straights and way more space. But a street track nonetheless. The only one on the calendar. Built by the owner Fowzey. Until then, thank you all so much for joining as always. Thank you for having me as your broadcaster and the race director. Thank you to all the racers, and I wish you a very wonderful rest of your week.